Here with councilperson Stephanie Bridges. Not really. Not full.
yet.
Not full. No, not yet. Council candidate.
Yes, for District C.
For District C. So that's right here at St. Roch. So I'm pumped to have you here. I am pumped to even be doing an episode. We haven't been doing many Coffee with Kevin shows, you know, with the whole you can't see people in person thing.
Yes.
You know? So, but we're going to talk. But now, I mean, city government. This is a big deal. This is a bigger deal than it was before, and it was a big deal before, and it's a huge deal now.
Yes.
So we're going to deep dive into some serious issues over a cup of coffee.
Ciara Roast.
Yeah.
All right.
Coming up next. Stephanie, it is so good to finally sit down with you and have some coffee and talk some issues. I've gotten quasi-political on this show before, and those episodes I think are great. I think people want to know and see like what's kind of going on. And now with COVID and the hurricanes out the yaya and everything, you know what I mean? Like this is like crazy.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
So we're very like, why would you like want to run for this? Why would you want to be a council person? You're aware of what's going on in City Hall and everything, huh?
And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to run. But let me just give you a little background information about myself. I've been married to my husband, who I met when we were both 16, for 36 years now. And we have four young men, I want to say, as our children. Four boys. Four boys. And, I was working for a nonprofit organization, and, whose mission is to fight bias, bigotry, and racism. And Father Carter, who was the chairman of the board, suggested to me that I needed to go to law school. And at the time, they were 4 little boys. One of them was an infant. And I said, Father, and he's like, I know you're not about to say can't, because you tell all of our program participants, well over 20,000 young kids, that can't is not in their vocabulary. Mm-hmm. So I went to law school at night while working full-time during the day.
Okay,
was supposed to take 4 years.
So you're working full-time, you're going to law school during,
Was supposed to take 4 years, I did it in 3. Wow. And so right after Hurricane Katrina, 2006, I graduated. So it's like my second half of my life. Okay? So I've been working, my first gig doing community service, and I don't want to call it the gig because it was very important to me, was the fact that we didn't have a decent playground for our kids to play on in my area, which was cut off, New Orleans. And
you live over on the East Bank?
I live on the West Bank.
The West Bank, I'm
sorry.
Yes,
no. I love the East Bank too. I'm bridging the gap.
You look east at you actually,
I work here. Right.
Yeah. Well, from here you look. Isn't that thing at Canal Street? You look east at the West Bank.
Yes.
There you go.
And so, I formed a neighborhood association. I became their first president. Jackie Clarkson was the council person at the time, and she assisted us in getting a proper playground equipment for our kids.
Okay.
And so I've been doing that for a while, so I know how important community organizations are. They're the voice of the community. But moving along the track, I did run for judge. And I got a call from Jackie Clarkson, among others, who said you need to run for city council. You have always been entrenched in the community. You have always been a community person.
That's big.
We need you
to have
to
those
run.
people calling.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She was one, but there were several. Miss Roberta Brown was the other one. So all of them were saying you need to run. We need somebody that is going to be accessible to the community, someone that's going to work for the community.
Can I stop you at accessible?
Yes.
Because you knocked on my door twice, like through the campaign. I'm like, you're here again? Like I'm voting for you. I told you already. Like it's crazy. Like I'm not even having to reach out to you. You twice. You knocked on my door twice. So you everywhere.
It's kind of crazy because a lot of people, when they look at my campaign finances, they're like, I don't believe you got into second place.
No one else doesn't care about that.
No, the whole thing is about meeting people where they are, and that's what I'm about. I want to talk to you. I want you to know who I am. I want you to know that I'm going to be there for you, period.
And that's although that should be like step one of city council, that seems to be a and not here in this district. I mean, I think previous Palmer has been very accessible to me, but in the past. That has not been the case. I can tell you 100%. So the fact that you're knocking on my door, I'm like, you have my vote. Like this is like it's you. It's not another person. It's not. It's you.
Yeah.
It's you. And I know you were. I was hearing from people in here that you were doing the same thing in St. Rock.
Yes.
And you see us here at. Remember us here on the West Bank, we get a little West Bank. No, why do I got them backwards? Why do I keep doing this
I'm there to bridge the gap.
There you go. You're bridging it. I'm confused on it.
We're together.
Because I live here on the East Bank.
Okay.
And we're always kind of like, oh well, our city council person represents the West Bank, and because see over here we have like Airbnbs don't vote,
right?
So we don't have as many, And look, at this point, I'll take Airbnb people back. Like it's just, I'll take. We need.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we're really, trying to get get people back. But you focusing over here has been very, very.
I want people to know, even though I live on the West Bank, everybody is important to me. Not just a few. Everybody is important to me.
Oh, look who this, look. It's Frank, look, come on. Frank Perez. Doing well. It's almost like we planned it, right?
Hi, Stephanie.
How you doing?
You all right?
Yeah.
I can't. So you were running.
I was.
And you're endorsing Stephanie.
May I pull up a chair?
Yeah, pull up a chair real quick. Yeah. The mic might not. Yeah, you got to kind of. I'll face you. I don't want to not face the audience.
Running for office is something I don't regret doing, and even though it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, the best thing I got from the campaign was a friendship with Stephanie.
Ain't that awesome?
And I just endorse her wholeheartedly.
Awesome.
So.
And everyone, and is everyone else that was running endorsing you as well?
Yes, I will tell you, Frank Perez, Alonzo Knox, Vincent Minnelli, and Steve Musgrove
are all
endorsing me.
You.
And
so that says something.
Very much so, because I think
that tells me something. And I don't know much about it, but
well, I'll tell you that all of us who ran, we were focused on doing, making our district better. We deserve better. So we ran with the whole idea of, I'm not here for self, I'm here to make our community better. Right. Yeah. And that's why we were able to become friends. People are like, y'all were friends. Yes. Yes, we were friends. Because we all want the best for our city.
Right. That's awesome.
That's really true. I mean, like, when I'm walking around with Stephanie in the French Quarter where I live, introducing her to my voters, sometimes people are like, wait, y'all were against each other. She beat you. Why are you with her? It's like, it's not about that.
No, it's about getting the city
it's about making
back on track.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we, it's especially since this whole COVID situation, really ripped the rug out from underneath us. French Quarter, I can't even imagine. I'll have you here. You and I will talk about that another day.
That's a whole other show.
But I would love to have you and talk about that.
Yeah.
Because it's been a struggle. But and now, as new variants or whatever is going on, we need our tourism back. Who are we if we don't have Carnival? Who are we if we don't have Carnival?
Well, I'm going to just state this. We're going to keep our fingers crossed, our eyes crossed, our legs crossed, to make certain that we can come back. The city has to open back up.
Yeah.
District C has to open back up. We have to cater more to our small businesses because some who closed doors may have closed them forever. But we have to do something to build up our small businesses because they are what propels this community.
Yeah.
And I think, District C, all the districts are important, obviously, but District C is really unique because you've got the economic engine of the city in the French Quarter. And if the quarter goes, the whole city goes.
Yep.
And
that's what makes us special. Without that, we're what? Savannah?
Dr. Lupin used to say, so goes the French Quarter, so goes the state of Louisiana.
No, for sure. It's the most important 13 blocks in, the Gulf South region,
But that is not to say that all of the other neighborhoods are not just as equally important.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to stress that too, because
Oh,
a lot
well,
of
sure.
people.
Yeah, you hear that. But no, but you on the West Bank, you don't even like you as long as you can get your West Bank vote, you don't even need us. You don't have a bunch of Airbnbs over there. The hell with them. You know, like,
I want the East Bank to know that they are just as important to me as anyone else. Everybody has a voice.
And
My
that's
campaign
important.
is about everybody having a voice in our government.
yeah.
Okay?
Cool.
You know, I don't know if you had this experience, but when I was campaigning on the West Bank, I would hear, oh, the East Bank gets all the attention. But when I'm campaigning over here, I would hear people
West
say,
Bank.
the West Bank gets all the attention. And I think the problem is the people we keep electing are not really connected to either side.
Right.
They're just looking out for their own
I think
political
so too.
ambitions or interests or whatever.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is, we do have such a unique district. My thing is, let's work together. That's the
Yeah.
only way we're going to get things done for both the East Bank and the West Bank.
For sure. No, I agree.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping
All
by,
right. Yeah,
Frank. I
yeah.
appreciate
Good
it.
to run into you.
Yeah.
Take care. All right. Y'all have a good one.
I'll see you soon, man. Take care. I think one of the biggest, if we talk a little bit of policy, my biggest issue with District C is Rampart St. Claude corridor. I've been open here for 6 or 7 years now, maybe going on 7. When we first opened up, they had tore up Rampart Street.
Okay.
And they were like, all right, we're going to put in this beautiful streetcar and it's going to be great. And I was for that. I'm for that. I will suck it up. We sucked it up and it was beautiful for about a year, maybe less than that.
Okay.
And then there was this whole, I know this is a few disasters ago for everyone,
yeah.
but they had the building fall
Yes.
and cut off Rampart
Yes,
Street.
right.
And so not only, the streetcar doesn't look like anything's happening to it. It doesn't look like, and basically I feel like they just realized that Rampart Street was still closed for 2 years. 2 years, 2 solid years, Rampart Street was closed. So you didn't even have the corridor.
Right.
I hope that you can pay attention to that. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I feel like the city of New Orleans. I don't know how the city of New Orleans misses. I don't know how the city of New Orleans misses Rampart and Canal. It's kind of like Maine and Maine, right? Like, how do you miss that? But I feel like they did.
My thing is, yes, that's an important key piece to, Rampart and St. Claude.
Sure.
It's very key. And yes, I will be focused on it, making certain that we can get the streetcar up, back, and running.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in the neighborhoods that I've spoken to wanted to go all the way down to Lower Ninth.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that's something that's doable.
I think it would be great. I think that says to the community, to the lower ninth. I mean, Uptown gets a streetcar.
Yeah.
I think the lower Ninth Ward having a streetcar says you're part of
The city.
the city.
Yeah,
for sure.
Important key part of the city.
So, but at this point, I just need you to get it back to Elysian Fields. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Like, we're just trying to get back.
That would be one of the priorities I will be working on. I
Love
mean, we have so many issues.
There's
and
so
you
many
know
issues.
that.
Trash.
We have
Come
so
on,
many
trash.
issues.
What's the deal with the trash? You gotta, I've had, they're starting to get more regular once a week now, but up until a few weeks ago, I was keeping track of this. I had like 4 trash pickups in 15 weeks.
But think about it this way: we are still paying for 2 trash pickups per week, and we are barely getting 1. This is ridiculous.
Barely getting one.
Barely getting 1.
Barely.
East Bank and West Bank. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And my focus is, yes, it's an administrative thing, but the the mayor's office is responsible for it. But one of our
what can
key
you do?
things
Can you
is to
subpoena?
review and review and approve the budget, and we can hold their feet to the fire by opening up, shining a spotlight on it so the community can actually see what is going on.
What is the
pull.
I don't even know what the contract is, and I tried looking for it.
I'm going to pull the contracts when I get there, and I know you're not the only one that tried to get the contract.
Why can't you see
But
what
I'm
it
going to
is?
pull the contracts when I get there, review it, see what clauses they had, and if you're not able to perform it, guess what? Get out of the way and let somebody else who can do it.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I really do. Stephanie,
Oh, and can
Yeah.
I just say I was a former city attorney.
so you can
Last
get
week-
in on that stuff?
Yeah, so being a former city attorney, working for the Department of Safety and Permits, working for the BZA, working for Board of Zoning Adjustments, for those who don't know what BZA is,
Uh-huh.
City Planning Commission, Bucare, the like. I was their attorney. I know how to get government. I know how to do good government. When I get there, I'm gonna be hitting the ground running. nothing is going to be new. And I wrote the ordinances, the laws for the city as a city attorney.
I mean, the fact that you're here right now, just having coffee with me, is a
Okay.
huge deal.
Oh, thank you.
This is a big deal. The fact that you're accessible, you're here, you
Yes.
know, and you can get in touch with you super easy, and you're here for the people, and it's amazing. And can I say this too?
Yes.
You're drinking black coffee, which is amazing. Which is most people. It's my drink. I don't think most people don't. Most people, I want a latte.
I don't need
you know?
that additive.
Especially when you're on my show, you know, you get it free. So that some people are like, oh, well, give me the large latte.
Oh,
What's
no,
up
no,
with
no,
you?
No,
you got a nice
this
black
is
coffee.
the
No,
black
it's
coffee.
great.
This is all I need. Tiara coffee.
Yeah.
You know, so and it's great.
Yeah,
all
that's
right?
fresh. Yeah.
But I need people to get out and vote.
That's going to be the
This is an important
kicker.
election.
Yes.
We have early vote till December 4th, and the election day is December 11th.
Come out and vote. Come out. I'm going to put the dates right here. So come out and vote. Stephanie Bridges, thank you so much for coming.
Number 45.
Number 45, Stephanie Bridges. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you
I
so much
appreciate
for
it.
asking me.
And it's been back. It's great to be back.
Yes.